Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Are Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Viral Viper, with my co-host.
Do a naked enigma?
Yes, and so yeah. The- Man, I have some stuff to talk about on here when we get to it, but yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah. Ooh. This is great. So let's start with Smackdown because we're gonna go right from that. Smackdown started with the greatest loss that the UK has ever had. This week it was the greatest loss that they have ever had. Drew McIntyre losing to Roman Reigns. The greatest loss. And that's what they started it off with. And they showed, the funny part is they usually don't show the ending of the matches. They usually stop at the count.
Yeah.
They showed the whole ending, which fucked me up. It was wait, what? You're gonna show the whole ending? So
it's funny how the smallest of changes so much.
Yes. So then we get the fact that Corey Graves is stepping in for Pat McAfee, who is taking a short hiatus away from WWE. He's not fired. He's not suspended. He's being taken away because he's doing another project. And a lot of people just totally was oh, he's quitting. He's doing this. He literally said on his podcast was yo, I have this great opportunity that's going to take me away from WWE for a little while. I really want to do it, so I'm going to do it. They said, yeah, you could do it. Just come back when you're done. And it's all good between both sides. It's it's not a big deal. It's yeah, no, do this because you really want to do it. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. And people got bent out of shape, but Corey Graves replaced them, and it was who gives a shit?
The only thing to be bent out of shape about, other than that, no.
Yeah. So we get the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. And this was a good match.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the brawling. I loved everything that they did. It was fucking awesome. It just was great. I enjoyed everything that they did. And you had to have Imperium win because Giovanni Vinci just got there. Brawling Bruce have been there for a while. So you have to have this match and where Imperium wins. It was a spot in there where Ludwig fell on his leg. It looked really bad. He couldn't even stand up for 2 or 3 minutes, and then he winds up getting up, finishing the match, hitting a finishing move. And it was oh, okay, cool. Because I really was oh shit, he's injured. Y'all just got together. Y'all on a main roster. You're just over. Everybody's in love with this whole thing. I was shit, he's gonna be hurt. But nah, he got up and walked it off. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully everything's fine and we just move on.
I think he just tweaked it. No, it looked horrible, but I hope he just.
Yeah, I really hope that it's not that bad. But yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So then we had something. I forgot what happened. We had something else. Oh, we had the Solo Sikoa thing because the bloodline came out and the 3 Usos came out and they were talking. Then they introduced Solo Sikoa. That's right, I said it. 3 Usos. You heard me. Sammy is one of the Usos.
Honorary.
Yes. So it was really funny because when Solo got in the ring, Sammy wanted a hug and Solo was nah, fam, I don't even know you like that. So then Drew came down and Drew started trying to beat up everybody, but he only got Sammy. So that was funny to me. It was okay, we're still leaning to oh, we don't fuck with Sammy. We're just going to get our brothers out of here. Fuck you, Sammy. And like it's leaning more and more to like the little, yeah, this is like the breakup's gonna happen, something crazy's gonna happen. Yeah.
Sammy's gonna decide that shit eventually.
Yes. So then we had Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie took on Toxic Extraction. And so to me, I feel really like Toxic Extraction should have won. They should have definitely 100% won, set up a title match for them eventually. But they took a loss, and it's like, whatever. Because this is a match that was supposed to happen in the tournament. Like, this was supposed to happen in the tournament, but Toxic Extraction totally lost, and Bad and Bougie beat the shit out of them. And it's like, they could have did it a little better. They could have did it.
Unless they're just waiting for, you call it, control to win the title.
I guess. So then we had, which really was fucking great because like this was one of the WWE digs at AEW. And I like the fact that it was so subtle that if you didn't pay attention to it, you would not have got it. Because they start talking about Adam Pearce and the Ronda Rousey situation. And they literally go, Adam Pearce decided not to talk about it because he didn't want it to get out in the media and start a big thing. He decided that we should keep it behind closed doors and handle it backstage like normal people. I was like, oh my God, they literally took a shot at AEW. And it's like one of those things where like AEW takes like so many shots on screen and you're like, oh, I got that reference. That was a shot at WWE. That's a shot at WWE. And WWE like kind of vaguely never just goes, oh, we're going to say something. We're going to say something. And then every now and then they fucking say a little something. And that always pops me because I like the back and forth. If it's just one-sided fight, I hate it. Like if it's both sides going at it, it's like, yeah, no, this is great. I like this.
No, I've never. No. Every once in a while, it's okay.
Yes. Because a one-sided fight, like, is not okay. Like, I've said this before when WWE took a shot at AEW, and just like, one-sided fights are not fine. When they're both going at it and trading, like, little verbal digs that you, like, have to listen and be like, oh, shit, that was a reference to that. Yeah. Like, that's what I like. I like that.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of banter between two different companies. Do your thing, you know?
No, that's the thing. If there was no banter at all, like no banter at all, that would be fine. But if somebody's going to banter, then both sides should be able to banter, not one side going at it. Like if something is going to happen, like if nobody said anything, that'll be the best for business. But if somebody's going to say something, then both sides should say something because it looks really like one-sided when one person is just saying something over and over and over and over again and taking shots, and the other ones are just sitting there going, I have nothing to say. It's boring. Like if you're going to, like if somebody's going to take shots, then hey, fuck it, both sides take shots. If nobody's going to take shots, then nobody takes shots, and that's very fine, and that's best for business. But if you're going to do it, let's both do it. Let's both have fun. Let's do that.
Right.
Because, like, to me, like, if neither one of them said anything, because it was a while in WCW and WWE, they, like, never said anything about each other. It just existed at the same time. And then it got to the point where they was like, nah, fuck it, we're going to start talking shit about each other. Mm-hmm. And WWE never mentioned them until they got way too mad and was like, nah, fuck it, now we're going to start talking shit. But yeah, like I'm okay with it. So then we had the 5-way women elimination match between Ronda Rousey, Natalya, Xia Li, Sonya Deville, and what was her name? Lacey Evans. And they took out Natalya. Then Lacey and Xia Li got taken out at the same time. Lacey by Ronda, and Sonya took out Xia Li. And then it just was Sonya and Rhonda, and Rhonda beats her. So Rhonda is going to be the number one contender for Liv at Extreme Rules. I really can't wait till they bring more women back. Like, I can't wait till Charlotte comes back. I can't wait till Sasha and Naomi comes back. And Rhonda came out with a pink gi on because it was a shout out to Judo Jean LaBelle, who was her trainer, who passed away the week before last. It was either last week or the week before last.
Yeah.
And so that was her shout out to him. And speaking of Sasha and Naomi was at Fashion Week. Not they were there. They were literally modeling at Fashion Week in New York. They were literally modeling. So it's like, okay, that's another thing added to the resume. And as far as Sasha, she said she's got more movie things or television things coming up. And she is in the trailer to the new Mandalorian series. So it's like, she has a lot of stuff, fires in the iron, and nobody asked her about like when she's coming back to wrestling, which I have a feeling is soon-ish. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yes. So, yeah, like, back to this. I don't want to see Rhonda versus Liv, which is probably going to be a stipulation match because they're fighting at Extreme Rules, which I hope is a stipulation match. If it's not, then, yeah. So then we get a backstage with the Bloodline. And Sammy comes in and Solo gives him respect because he's like, yo, you was out there and you got hit by the chair. I like you because you part of the family now. And he's about to give him a handshake and Jay's like, no, man, no, we ain't got time for all that. And like that plays up another part to the fucking Usos versus Sammy and Kevin. So then Jay's like, no, we going all out there with Solo. So that's it. And it's like, okay, all right. I was like, the fuck?
Like, isn't it what Sammy said to begin with? Like,
yeah, like I love the fact that everybody just is starting to accept him. Roman's accepting him. Jimmy's accepting him. Even Solo's accepting him. And Jay's like, nah, fuck all that.
Well, Heyman accepted him from the beginning. So he's the first one.
Yes. So that is crazy. So then we get a backstage with Shayna and Ronda Rousey. So they're talking, and Shayna's like, yo, Liv can get out of anything, dog. You better just like be prepared and chill. And Ronda's like, yo, I'm not like you. I'm going to snap her in half, and I'm going to take that championship. So Rhonda is like coming off as a heel, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, cool.
I noticed that too. And Shayna's kind of like a tweener. Yeah.
Like. So then we have maximum male models, and they're out there with Los Lotharios, and they take on the Street Profits and Hit Row. So Street Profits and Hit Row get the win. So then we have a backstage thing that wasn't on WWE television. And this is something that got me excited because they're backstage talking. Maximum Male Models is talking. Maxine Dupree and her brother and Marseille and Mansoor are talking. They're all talking. And all of a sudden, Mac's voice starts to change, and Max says, sometimes you have to go through the day to get to the night. Yeah. And he walked off. And I'm like, okay, we all know what's happening.
Yeah.
We're getting LA Knight back.
Uh-huh.
Because that shit was just like, yeah. I was like, because when he said it was like, wait, your voice is changing. And then when he said the night line, I was like, is he saying it? And he paused for a second, and then he said that, yeah. And I was like, yep, we're getting it. We're getting LA Knight. So yeah, I'm excited about that. That's great.
gonna be fun. And he's gonna wrestle again. Yeah.
Yes, like that's another thing. So then we got something that I didn't care about. We got the Alpha Academy, and they say, yeah, we're back on the blue brand. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. And it's the Alpha Academy there, and Braun Strowman Bread comes out. So Braun Strowman Bread beats the shit out of both of them and power bombs Otis. And it's like a big feat for somebody who isn't Braun Strowman, but it's Braun Strowman Bread. He's going to powerbomb big guys, and it's like, all right, whatever.
I didn't understand why they made such a big deal out of it.
Because Otis is like, because when Otis came out, this is what caught me off guard. When Otis came out with Chad Gable, the first thing they did was say how much Otis weighed. And like, because they said that, I was like, he's gonna get picked up by Braun Strowman Bread.
Yeah.
Because like, it was just like a little subtle thing. It was like, oh, he weighs 300 and blah pounds. And it's like, you never said his weight before. This was a setup so people can watch Braun pick him up and be like, oh my God, I can't believe he picked up that massive man. It's like, yeah, okay, cool.
Well, obviously he could do it. So.
Yeah. So then we get Drew, and Drew's all sad, and Drew's like, he's sad, and he wants to go for the title again, but he feels down and out that he let down his people and his family and everybody there, and he feels bad, and he wants to go for the title again, but he feels bad because he let everybody down. And like, to me, like I said before, going into this, like, it would have been a great story for him to win the title right there. Great story. But they're doing something with Roman in a long-term champion thing. It's like, okay. But like, even though he lost, he still like made a good like impression with everybody because everybody was cheering for him after he lost.
Yeah. So,
I mean, he's going to be champion eventually. He's going to have his big moment because I have a feeling like when the titles do leave Roman, it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing where he's going to be like, all right, well, cool. I'm going to get the title eventually. So, yeah. So then they announced next week they're going to have the Tag Team Championship Contenders match with the New Day, Street Profits, Alpha Academy, Los Lotharios, like they did last week, but it's going to be on Smackdown this time. So, yeah. Hopefully no Braun Strowman Bread, like, intro.
It'll be Braun Strowman and Nicholas.
Oh, hell no. So then we get the main event, Drew versus Solo Sikoa. Now, this match it started out really fast. Drew beat the shit out of him, was about to Claymore kick him. He hit him with the Future Shock DDT all in the first 5 minutes. And, like, they got him out there, Solo regrouped, and then Solo held his own for the rest of the match. So it gets to the end where, like, the Usos get involved. But the Street Profits come out. They're like, nah, fuck this. And they start beating up the Usos. And Sammy gets involved. They knock down Sammy. And everybody is, like, outside fighting. So right as everybody's outside fighting, Drew has his back turned. Solo, like, gets knocked outside of the ring. So Solo's on the floor, knocked out. And Drew's standing there with his back turned. And Karrion Kross comes up, chokes him out. Chokes him. Drew stands up. He chokes him out. And the screen is black and white at this point. And Michael Cole and Corey are talking. This is what I liked about it that, like, made it cool. They're talking, and they're like, Drew is about to black out. And as they're saying he's about to black out, the screen goes to black. It goes completely black, and you can still hear Michael Cole and Corey talking. Like Karrion Kross has now choked out Drew McIntyre, and you can see it as a blackout, but you can hear the commentators talking. And it's like, that was a nice touch. I liked it.
It kind of gave the effect of you yourself getting knocked out.
Yes. Like, I liked it. It was so good.
Yeah.
So that was SmackDown. So Well, so all throughout the day for like about 4 or 5 hours, not even joking, 4 or 5 hours throughout the day, somebody has been saying that a person from another company has said they were trying to go to WWE. And I'm like, And as the day went on, I've seen more and more people. The first part is like, I didn't see a report. I didn't see anybody reporting on this. It just was a hearsay. And the hearsay kept growing and growing and growing. And it's like, oh, this is one of those things where people think something is happening and there's no smoke to this fire. And then as I decided, all right, I'm going to dig in this and look deeper into this. And somebody I respect was like, yeah, there's a little smoke to that fire. I'm like, wait, what? Like, this is serious? Like, yeah, no, this is really serious. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, all right, I'm going to report it on the podcast. I'm like, all right, cool. As I get ready to report it on the podcast, then I find out from another source that something else, somebody else's was like, hey, does WWE want us? It's like, wait, what? What is going on? So here's the thing. The report that I had heard earlier was Kenny Omega is trying to leave AEW because his contract comes up in the beginning of 2023. He's trying to leave AEW now. And that was a thing. And I'm like, wait, like, I kind of thought that might happen, but yeah, Kenny is looking to leave. So I was like, all right, cool, that's fine. But then I find out that the Young Bucks had literally started asking people in WWE, is like, yo, does WWE want us? And it's like, what is happening? Like, this thing with Punk, I guess it has shattered like a lot of people's feelings, and like it's like things are not sitting right and they're looking to jump. And to me, that kind of seems like, it doesn't seem weird. It just kind of seems like very premature. It seems premature, like, okay, we just had this fight, like, we're ready to leave. It kind of seems premature to me because it feels like this one thing just like shook everything to the ground. It was like, like we can't take it anymore. And it's like, either this is the thing that's either happening, either there's been stuff building up over time that has it to this point where they're like, oh, we're ready to go. Or it's just this thing has shaken them to the ground where they're like, okay, I don't feel like I want to be here, and they're ready to go. It's like, it's something. It's something.
A little column A, a little column B.
Yes. So there was a report earlier today that Punk had planned to do this thing at the press conference. The plan to do this thing, and people took this report as, oh my God, CM Punk already was planning to do this. So this is part of a story. So this is like a whole thing. No. This is what they meant by he planned to do this. He had this whole Colt Cabana thing to address, that he wanted to address and get off his chest and yell at everybody like, yo, this shit, I need to get off my chest. You fucking people need to shut the fuck up, blah, 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 whatever. He wanted to address this at a forum where people can hear it. It wasn't like he planned like, oh, this is exactly what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this for a moment. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this for a moment. I'm going to do this for this. It was, I'm planning to address this at the maximum level where people can hear it and people will shut the fuck up after that. It just went way too far. So it wasn't like I said, it wasn't like he was planning to do this big bombshell moment. He was just planning to address this so people will shut the fuck up and never mention this again.
The plan was to make you shut the fuck up. He fucked up. Everybody's talking.
Yes. And it fucked up a lot of things. And it's bad because I've seen a lot of hardcore AEW fans that was like, if Kenny and the Bucks leave AEW, I'm never watching wrestling again. Like some of them was like, I'm never watching AEW. Like it's getting deep when the fans are like, yo, I'll never do it again. Like 9 times out of 10, they're probably just gonna still watch wrestling. It's not going anywhere. But yeah, like there's a lot of hardcore AEW fans who are not happy, and it's like, guys, like, to be honest, like I'm not even joking, to be honest, if you rewind over the last 3 or 4 months, not even joking, rewind over the last 3 or 4 months, there was no Kenny, there was no Punk. The Bucks were like, they were around, but they were barely around. So you didn't have, like, those guys weren't there for the last couple of months. So you can't tell me like, oh my God, like if they're not there, it's gonna be bad. It's like they weren't there for a while. Those guys were not there. Sorry. Okay, you have nothing to say?
No, I was saying yep. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's like I don't get how some of the fan base are like all of a sudden like, oh my God, I can't believe these guys aren't there. And it's like, dude, like over the whole summer, who was carrying the fucking company? It wasn't them because Punk wasn't there. Omega wasn't there. The Bucks were barely there. It's like, who was carrying the fucking company? Like Moxley, Bryan, Jericho, people like that were carrying the fucking company. Like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, to me, it's just like, yeah, people are like jumping off a ledge that wasn't there. And it's like, guys, just relax. Like, everything's gonna be fine. Like, if somebody, one of the 4 people who got in trouble, or most of the 4 people that got in trouble, like, go to WWE, that's another story. That's a whole nother story. Like, it's a possibility, but like I said, that's a whole nother story. But like, as of right now, nobody's going anywhere. So like, just chill. Like, just chill. Like, you're blowing it way out of proportion. Just chill.
Regardless, I'm watching both though.
Of course. Like,
that's just me.
And speaking of both shows, we get the Rampage. And it starts off with the championship tournament match with Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin. Like, this match is going, then Anna Jay gets involved. Anna gets involved, like, everybody gets distracted. They use the skateboard, wheels up, slam Darby on it, and then Sammy gets the win with the Sammy flip thingy. That's literally the same move that Zoe Starks used.
Yeah. I think his go to hell or
yes. Because it's like a knockoff of a go to sleep type thing.
Yeah.
So then they did a recap of MJF's time coming back and saying whatever he was saying. It's like, all right, MJF, haha, yeah. It's like, all right, whatever. Then we had Samoa Joe come out, and Samoa Joe was talking about, yeah, I'm back, I'm gonna fuck some people up. And then we get Mark Sterling and Josh Woods and Tony Nese. And it sets up a match for Josh Woods versus Samoa Joe on Dynamite. Then we have Miro talking about, listen, like, you have taken away one of the pagans, which means like the whole Malachi Black is gone. But he's like, yeah, I'm not done with them. I'm like, why? Why? Like, I don't fucking get it.
They lost their leader. Fuck it. You won.
Yeah, it's like, the fuck? Like, why are you still going after this? Then we get the obligatory women's match, which is Madison Rayne and Serena Deebs. And Serena Deebs beats Madison Rayne 1, 2, 3. And that's, I mean, not 1, 2, 3. She makes her submit. And that's it.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And Jade Cargill talks a lot of shit, and Jade is like, yo, fuck it. I'm winning. I'm going to keep winning. You can't do nothing to me. Fuck you. I'm the best. I'm the baddest bitch here. Okay, Jade. Like, yeah, that's true. You need a challenger, but whatever. And then we get to the main event, which is Dax Hardwood versus Claudio Castagnoli, which was an amazing match. I fucking loved it. How do you feel about it?
It was mid to me, to be honest. It wasn't terrible, but it was mid.
Yes. And of course, Claudio won. They shake hands. Dax even shakes hands with fucking Regal. So, yeah, I mean, that was it. That was Rampage, and that was SmackDown.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to bring up?
No.
All right. Well, last words?
No, I said what I had to say the last podcast. See me.